What is up? What is up, YouTube, man? Hey, check this out. Ooh-wee. Tisha, I know you lying now. Hey, Tisha, I'm about to switch sides on you, girl. You not Mark. No, no, no. Not Mark. Come on now, Diddy. That's Diddy's right hand, man. That's the #1 lawyer. That's the most crookedest lawyer for Diddy in the world. Breaking: Diddy fires lawyer, plan for third bail hearing. Piece of justice and Quincy could ruin everything. Pics of Justin and Quincy can ruin everything. Man, hey, I had a story I was going to tell y'all. I got an intro with me playing the bass. I was going to play a little bass guitar. Scratch all that. We was going to talk about the album. The album dropping August the 1st. Gotta say that. My album is dropping August the 1st. I'm hoping and praying that everybody, if a quarter of my subscribers let's go ahead and buy the album and actually, because we're gonna start we're gonna raise some money and stuff and actually do some more things. I'm gonna go to the Philippines and do some more things to help some people or help people wherever y'all want to help people at. Anyway, that's a whole different story. Long story short, oh my God, this joint is 2 hours long, man. So I said, look, oh my God, I ain't put no clothes on. I apologize. Put some clothes on. That's rude. It's a t-shirt. It's a wife beater. I don't even say the word wife beater no more because that's a joke back in the day. But now all this stuff come out. I ain't know people was taking it that serious. So I don't think we should be throwing around terms like that. That's number 2. Number 3 is shout out to Tisha Tales. I think she's doing a very good job. Ding, son. Diddy, that don't look good, man. You done fired 2 lawyers. That don't look good at all. And people still standing beside him. Diddy ain't gonna do no time. Yeah, okay. I gotta, hey, without any further ado, let's check this bad boy out. Sit down and come close the door. Sit down and close the door, man. Y'all leave Uncle Mike alone in the comment section. Shout out to my comment section. I saw y'all was backing me up. Somebody said something about, if you say so, whatever I said, one more time, they wasn't gonna leave. They was just joking, but they was serious, but they was joking. But I didn't take offense of it. I took heave of it. That's why I try to turn the microphone on, because I get into this stuff, man. I'd be like, what? Who? When? Huh? Who said that? Mark, I got video footage of Mark. I'm gonna look for the video footage. I got video footage of Mark, man. That's the first. Mark is the most famous person I ever filmed. He didn't give me his permission. He was just walking down the street. But think about it. Mark is the most famous person I ever. That means something to me, man. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this motherfucker walked down the goddamn street by himself. He walking. You should have said. Did he get fired? He probably got fired. I'm tired of taking your money anyway. That'll be funny if he got fired. Then he started, okay, you want to fire me? Watch this. And he started telling Yana. All of a sudden, Yana's getting these emails and text messages and pictures that, where's this coming from? Don't worry about it. Just take it in heave. This is the turn we needed. We needed some type of turn like this. So y'all hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, baby. Let's rock.
Hey, what's up, guys? How y'all doing today? Well, baby, if you are Sean Diddy Combs, you have finally done what we have all been waiting for. Diddy has fired his lawyer, Mark Agnifilio. I assume Mrs. Agnifilio is also out in the cold. Y'all, this was a long time coming. And this is really one of the smartest moves that Diddy has made. We are going to get into those details. Moreover, Diddy wants to have a third bite at the apple when it comes to bail. On top of that, there's been new evidence that has surfaced about Quincy and Christian, and pictures and videos that have surfaced that if they can be tied to, and if the implications are whatever they think it is, yeah, Diddy's done. Diddy is not going anywhere. But I guess since his lawyer, he wants a fighting chance. Y'all, let's get into this. Which one y'all want to talk about first? First of all, let's talk about Diddy firing his lawyer. First of all I can say is, lol. All I can say is, it is about effing time. What took so long with Diddy firing his lawyer? I really honestly need to know. I knew Diddy's lawyer should have been fired when he was at a bail hearing talking about, Yana, even if you don't believe me, don't trust Sean Combs. Trust the money. Sir, you are talking to the federal judge that will be residing over your case, and you telling him you got
hold up, wait a minute, y'all. Wait, this gonna be we're gonna have to do part 1 and part 2. This gonna be a long hold up. Yeah, I should put this shirt on, but I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna save it, Tisha. Tisha, I'm gonna save it. Yana. I put it on like this. Oh my gracious. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. And all y'all haters, y'all can kiss my tail and Keisha. Well, you can't kiss Tisha tail. That's too much. That's giving you too much. You can kiss her wig, her weave or wig or whatever y'all see. What the boy say? The wig was dry. Tisha, I like you from head to toe. You beautiful. Yeah, you go, girl. Yeah. Let's go back to that part.
Fired when he was at a bail hearing talking about, Yana, even if you don't believe me, don't trust Sean Combs. Trust the money.
Damn.
Sir, you are talking to the federal judge that will be residing over your case, and you telling him you got 50 million reasons to trust them. Trust the money. Talking to him like this is some petty street merchant, y'all. I knew it was over then. I knew it was over when he got up and did a TMZ documentary to prove Diddy's innocence with the baby oil theory, or should I say the Costco's baby oil theory. And he got up there on TMZ and said, excuse me, yeah, listen, it's a lot of baby oil. It's a lot. I don't know why one man would need that much baby oil, but I do know that they live close to a Costco's and maybe he bought it from Costco's.
And then nah, Tisha, wait a minute, Tisha. First of all, this is what he said, which was wrong. He said, these people buy in bulk. Hold up. What is these people, dummy? I mean, these people could be these rich people, these music type people, these record label owners. These people buy in bulk, or these black people, because that's the first thing they gonna think. These people. Yeah, black people. Huh? Wait a minute. We buy in bulk? White people buy in bulk too. When you said these people buy in bulk, you shouldn't have said that. That's number one. Number two, you should at least research. You trying to waive the smallest thing. This where lawyers go wrong at. When you try to just wave the smallest little thing off, and this where Donald Trump go wrong at too. The smallest thing means something big to us. He just buy in bulk. There's a Costco right around the corner. So now you're trying to make your point and you're wrong because Costco don't even sell baby oil. Jesus Christ. All right, come on, Tisha, get back to him.
Oil. It's a lot. I don't know why one man would need that much baby oil, but I do know that they live close to a Costco's and maybe he bought it from Costco's.
Yeah.
Said, sir, just to refresh everybody's memory, I've been dropping recaps all week to bring everybody up to date with the trial. Diddy's old lawyer said that they were moving for a speedy trial. These new lawyers, baby, they coming in and saying, well, hold on, let's look at this. And also let's see if we can get Diddy out on bail. And let's not forget that with the baby oil, as much as Diddy's lawyers didn't want to say anything, the baby oil and Astro Lube were mentioned in Cassie's lawsuit. We'll get to that in a second. But yeah, he literally said, Yana, even if you don't believe me, believe the money. I knew it was a rap when he literally gave the Costco's baby oil defense. All it's going on with Diddy, and you literally on a TMZ documentary that aired on Tubi. Let that sink in. A TMZ documentary that aired on Tubi network. And that was what your defense thought was going to get you out of it? Yeah, he should have been fired a long time ago. Again, the person that is in charge of making sure you see the light of day sat down for a TMZ documentary on you being a monster that was going to air exclusively on the Tubi network. Now, this is no shade to Tubi, but you know Tubi quality, baby. It is something we have all witnessed, okay? I knew that man was going to be fired when after he gave the baby oil defense, right? After he gave the baby oil defense, Costco's came out and said, no. Costco's came out and said, you got it all wrong. You got it twisted. There ain't no way in the world that this baby oil mess is actually working. Again, Diddy's lawyers have been on some dumb stuff. I can't say they blame them. It looks like they were bleeding his pockets. It looked like they were in over their head. I knew it was a mess when Diddy's lawyers got caught flat-footed when Diddy got arrested. First said they knew the indictment was coming, then said they didn't know this and they didn't know that. It was just a mess. On top of that, let's also not forget that Diddy's lawyers famously got Costco's to publicly humiliate Diddy and say they ain't get it from us. We ain't into that dumb stuff. I don't know who told you where, how, what. That didn't come from us. And you can just keep on going, Mr. Agnifilio. Now, Mark Agnifilio's wife also did this. Hold on, let me pull it up for y'all. They did a breakdown. A breakdown of when Dawn Richardson's is this it? Hold on. So they actually did a breakdown. Let me turn this down. They actually did a breakdown on TikTok. Your client is facing the death penalty, and you did a breakdown on TikTok about the reason Dawn can't be telling the truth about everything is because you got a few texts, her saying, yeah, let's get this money. And this is one of your lead attorneys doing a TikTok with her little face, Abby, floating and pointing to the thing. I said, y'all ain't seeing heaven. You are not seeing, y'all not seeing heaven. I knew that was a wrap right then and there. I want to actually find this TikTok because it's actually really funny. And that is when I knew, yeah, this man should be done. Okay. I knew it was a wrap. I can't, because there's so many things that Diddy's people have done wrong, but the fact that it's gotten so much that he has to actually fire his attorneys, y'all, this is hot off the presses. Let's get into why they're officially saying he's fired, and then we're going to give y'all examples about why he really fired them. Again, this is directly from TMZ, so you know it's real. The old attorneys want the new ones to know you out of there. Diddy assembles a legal dream team for new bail attempt. Could the third time be a charm? Now, let me just explain something, boys and girls. To a lot of the novices, y'all might not have noticed what TMZ did, but baby, I get it. Y'all busy actually working and saving the world. I'm giving y'all comic relief. So I get the fact that I'm filling in the blanks. Let me just get to it, right? Where are we at? Now, when I first heard it, I said, did Diddy realize he had the old of lawyers? Again, I don't know what's going on. Did he truly hire Drewski as his lawyer? Anyway, what's this?
She is yawning. Okay. I'm sorry,
this is directly
y'all.
from TMZ, so you know they want to hear. Let me read it, and then I'm going to read in between the lines for y'all. Diddy is once again trying to get himself released on bond 2 weeks after he was arrested. Wow. It's only been 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, Diddy has told us he's sad, he's scared, he's angry, he's lonely, he's furious, he's hopeful, and he's preserving. He went through all those emotions in 2 weeks. He said he missed his kids. He said he missed his granny. He said he can't eat. He said people are trying to poison him. He said he don't want to be here anymore. He said, no, I want to be here and I'm going to fight for my right. He said he wants to take the stand. He said prison's not that bad. He said, I don't want to be transferred. Did cycle through, and his lawyer with that crackhead energy. I'm not implying his lawyer is a crackhead. I'm just saying that energy was very, very interesting, right? Diddy literally pulled up and was like, he did all these theatrics. He went in front of the bail, got denied. They went again and embarrassed themselves. And all that happened in less than 14 business days. I love to see it. You gotta love to see it. We love to see it. Okay. So let's get into this, right? Okay. Diddy is once again trying to get himself released on bond, and 2 long weeks after he was arrested. And we're told he's building a powerhouse legal team to try to make it a reality. Now, already if you're reading through PR stuff, your spidey sense should have been tingling. You're building a powerhouse legal team. What exactly could you possibly mean? At the end of the day, a powerhouse legal team. I thought you already had a fully equipped powerhouse legal team. Why are you building another? Well, you're building another because that's what happens when lawyers get fired. In the real world, and not CSI, when lawyers get fired, right? And when lawyers fire clients, they do it very strategically. You just can't come out and be like, yo, I don't work with him anymore. He's fired. No. What you do is the same thing that Diddy's been doing. Because reputations and attorney-client confidentiality, privilege, all this other stuff, instead of saying publicly, they're fired, what you do is you hire new people to take the lead chairs and the old people get pushed to the side. Think about it. Where's Bobby Sternum? Where's Sean Hawley? Where's all the lawyers that Diddy has had up to this point? They've been sidelined. So what happens is you quietly get sidelined, and then a few months later, nobody noticed that you are officially off the case. That is how you do it. Because in high-profile criminal trials, if you say you are quitting your attorney, or if you say that your attorney, sorry guys, if you say that you are quitting, right? If you say that you're firing your attorney, or your attorney is like, I quit, that is actually very, very detrimental because it looks bad to the public. Again, attorneys actually are like doctors. You find the one that serves you the best. But for some reason, when you're in a criminal trial and you're cycling through attorneys, people tend to think that looks really, really bad. And it's like, oh, what's going on? Why are you cycling through? Are you guilty? It looks really bad. So what you have to do is you bring in new attorneys and the old ones get sidelined. And then a month or two later, they quietly creep out the door. Again, it has a lot to do with attorney-client privilege. It has to do with the optics. It has to do with media. It has to do with PR. Diddy has fired Mark Agnophilia, the Olga of the Southern District of New York. I'll say one thing. I was wondering how Tasha K hired Olga, but now that I see that Diddy was literally looking at life in prison, and he hired Drewski, that he hired the white Drewski to represent him. If you guys don't know who Drewski is, just not now, but when we're done with the live, make sure y'all Google
not now
Drewski TikTok, okay?
Oh my God.
Anyway, let's get back into this report. So not only has he assembled a brand new all-star, not only has he assembled an all-star lawyer, a new legal dream team for a new bail attempt. Could third time be the charm? Now, here's the thing. Diddy obstructed justice. Is the third time the charm? I really don't know. But Diddy is really acting like this is a miscarriage of justice. Mark Agnophilia then had the nerve to do the Michael Rubin defense and say, this is just a black man being looked at. To which I say, Diddy, this ain't a black problem. This is a you problem. We've already revoked your cookout invite, right? You have been excommunicated. And the ninjas that you hang around that's trying to sneak you into the back door, we're going to see you and we're kicking you out the cookout. Anyway, they said New court documents show that the rap mogul's lawyer filed to appeal the most recent order denying him bond. Remember how I said that when lawyers are fired, it happens very, very quietly because you can't ruin people's reputations just like they won't ruin yours, right? It is what it is. How did people find out that he has new lawyers? Well, he made another attempt to be released on bond. And when he made another attempt to be released on bond, what happens, I have it at the bottom of it, you have to sign, the lawyer has to sign saying they're representing you, they want a formal request. This time for this new formal request, it was completely different lawyers. When reached out, they referred to it as assembling a legal dream team. I'm surprised. Mark Agnifilio wasn't your legal dream team. How much was Mark charging him? Was the regular price $180,000 a week? And Mark said he'll do it for Popeye's 2 pieces and a biscuit and $20,000 in unmarked $50 bills. I'm just wondering. Anyway, right? They said the appeal will be his third formal attempt to secure his release from behind bars as he awaits trial. Now, sources close to Diddy tell TMZ, baby, this is Diddy calling collect. The rapper has added 2 more attorneys, Anthony RICO and Alexandra Shapiro. I think that's Shapiro, to the legal team working on this highly publicized criminal case. For those wondering, they say Alexandra is not related to the famed defense attorney, Robert Shapiro. Let's see Anthony RICO, because I just got this news, so I hopped on live to talk to you about it. Let's see what's going on with Anthony RICO. Anthony RICO.
Man, this is ridiculous. So you ain't done nothing. You done fired 2 lawyers, but you ain't done nothing. You done hired all these lawyers, but you ain't done nothing. Y'all need to think about some of this stuff, man. You can't make bail, but you ain't done nothing. Wait a minute, man. I got to go back upstairs and get me some more medicine. Hold on for a minute. Oh, my God. I can't believe this one. Hey, even Mom. I went up there and talked to Moms. I got my medicine, y'all. She said, what? She can't believe it. Oh, Yana. All right, y'all. Let's keep moving. Let's keep it moving, man. I had to get this medicine. I'm supposed to be taking this to the Philippines, but I just ordered some more.
Esquire, biggest cases. Let's see what he specializes in. Oh, look at this. Oh, yo, for everybody thinking that Diddy's not going to go down, the money Diddy is spending on lawyers makes me think he 100% believes he's going to go down. Listen to this. Anthony RICO. Oh, wait, get this. Okay. One more second. And let's see. Is there death penalty in SDNY? Is there a death penalty here? Death penalty
I ain't no
by
death.
state.
It ain't no death penalty.
Okay, so New York doesn't have the death penalty.
Ain't no death penalty.
Lucky for
Y'all
Diddy.
tripping.
Yeah. So New York doesn't have a death penalty, but his lawyer, Anthony RICO.
I don't think he should be put to death for what he did. God dang, y'all. Come on, y'all. What did he do? But still everybody publishing. I don't think he should die for that. Oh, my God.
It's actually very, very interesting choice. First of all, he's a black man. Now, good. But also, Diddy's attorneys have tried to pull the race card while he's been locked up for bail quite a few times. I think they finally figured out that a white man cannot pull the race card on behalf of a black man in prison for being the second coming of Bram Stoker's Dracula, drinking all the virgin's blood, literally doing rituals and filming it and showing it on demand. Anyway, listen to his thing. Anthony RICO has fiercely tackled some of the most challenging and high-profile cases, including the World Trade bombing conspiracy case, and served as a learned counsel on more than 45 federal death penalty cases across the country. Yeah, Diddy knows what's coming. Let's see. He is a native of Harlem, New York. I don't know whether laugh or cry. You finally got a black man aside. And this might actually make some motion a move.
Wait a minute, isn't this the guy? Am I tripping? She talking about the guy that was on the case at first, RICO, and he left. He stepped down. He coming back? I'm lost. I know that. Uncle Mike lost, y'all. I'm gonna let y'all break it down. Make it make sense to me. What? I missed something.
His career has been defined by his unwavering dedication to criminal defense and social justice.
He coming back? No.
Let's see. He was a past president of the New York Criminal Bar Association and the Criminal Justice Act panel representative for the Eastern District of New York. He's a mentor to a bunch of attorneys. He's had a bunch of awards and accolades. He was a National Resource Counsel for the Federal Death Penalty Resource Council Project. So he's connected. A lot of things with the death penalty. Let's see. He is a trial adjunct professor teaching trial advocacy at the Fordham University. He's well known for frequently saying Ubuntu, a Zulu term signifying humanity to others. In celebration of Black History Month, the training division is honoring legal Black minds. Okay, so he's done a lot. He's done a lot. He's been to a lot. Let's get into this. Okay, so, and he has Alexandra Shapiro. Let's see what Alexandra Shapiro is up to. I'm just doing some background work. Alexandra Shapiro. Let's see, case history.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so she deals with financial crimes. And she deals with financial crimes, corruption, and RICO cases in the Second Circuit. Again, we did say that there were going to be a lot of federal crimes. Let's get back into TMZ's little funny story because, baby, you just can't make this up. Okay, so we're told Tony is known as one of the finest trial lawyers in the country. And Alexandra has been called one of the best appellate lawyers practicing today. Sounds like Diddy is building his own dream team of sorts. Again, Diddy has fired his original lawyers. Mark Agnifilio, the lawyer starring in the TMZ/Tubi exclusive. No shade to Tubi. That's amazing. I hope to get a series on Tubi one day, but that's not where I want my lawyer going. Now, they said... The rapper went on to plead not guilty to the charges of his then lawyer, Mark Agnifilio, later declaring the music producer as an innocent man with nothing to hide. He has been denied bail. He would put together a $50 million bail package and have no female visitors outside of family if the court allows him to reside in his Miami home. However, which isn't a problem because a lot of Diddy's freakouts, he didn't want those girls in their nan anyway. He gets to finally link up and be with what he wants. Okay, so they proved that he is a danger. So here is the bail trial hearing. Again, this is officially confirmed.
Wait a minute. Oh my God. Wait a minute. You ever have a joke that hit you from the joke went right over my head. Yana. This was all in my joke. Yana. Diddy ain't gonna have no women over there other than his family. Like that's helping. He don't want no women. He want the boys. Oh my God, Tisha, you crazy.
However,
something wrong with you.
Which isn't a problem because a lot of Diddy's freakouts, he didn't want those girls in their nan anyway. Now he gets to finally link up and be with what he wants. Okay.
Oh
okay,
my
so they proved that he is a danger.
Here we go.
So here is the bail trial hearing. Again, this is officially confirmed. Your lawyer and the lead lawyer has to sign. TMZ is confirming that not only did he hire these new people, but he hired them to try to get them out on bail. I guess somebody finally or maybe when Diddy was in that jail and he wouldn't eat food, he went on a hunger strike, went on a 14-day cleanse, and he had, they say when you do dry fast, not fasting, but water fasting, if you do it long enough that you will just like be renewed and doing this and doing that. Oh, also, we got to talk about this at the end of the live. Why is Kevin Hart now being harassed for his associations with Diddy? And he got the biggest attitude for the littlest man. And he's trying to low-key distance himself from Diddy too. Okay, so here is the notice of appeal, okay? Why is this important? Because this is how we found out that Diddy has fired Agnophilia, and he has gotten a black man that has been defined, he has been described as defined by his success in his career, but described as one of the best criminal trial lawyers in the United States. Notice of appeal, United States District Court, Southern District of New York, United States of America, Sean Combs, right? His criminal docket number is 124 CR 542. The judge is Andrew L. Carter Jr. Andrew L. Carter Jr. is a judge that had to sit there while Mark Agnophilia was like, Yana, even if you don't trust me, trust the money. Like,
oh my God.
I heard that. I'm sorry, y'all. Maybe because I know y'all busy living your lives, and maybe because I'm always watching court TV, I just literally shook my head and said, Diddy, you are literally, this is equivalent. I'm telling you, they could take somebody that stole a candy bar and get them the death penalty. Where is this thing? Okay, so here we go. Notice of hereby given that Sean Combs appeals to the United States Court of Appeals to the Second Circuit for the judgment of the order denying release on conditions, that is the bail hearing, entered in this action on September 18th, 2024. Wow, that was such a simpler time. Where else is there? Hold on, we have more of it. It goes on to say, the appeal concerns conviction. The appeal concerns other things. Defendant was found guilty by plea that's not applicable because it's an appeal for bail hearing. What is it? Offense occurred after November 1st, 1987. They put not applicable because it's not. Date of sentence is not applicable because he has not been sentenced. He just wants to appeal the bail. The bail or jail disposition has been committed. Appellant is represented by counsel. Yes, he is. And here's the money part, because I know some people are like, that don't mean anything. Yes, it does, because I got the receipts, okay? Appellant is represented by counsel. Yes, they are. They asked for the defendant's counsel to enter their address because you need that information to go on trial. Well, were you looky here?
Well, looky.
Defendant's counsel is Alexandra A.E. Shapiro. Her address is Shapiro Arado Bach LLP at 1140 Avenue of the Americans, 17th floor, New York, 10036. Of course, they put their phone number down. How do you know this is real? Because the U.S. attorney that is in charge of this case, Emily Johnson, also has her phone number and her address missing. So what do y'all think? Really quick before we move on, because we got some funny stuff to explore. Oops. Sorry. Really quick before we move on, because we actually have some really funny stuff to explore. Do you think, for any purposes, that Diddy changing lawyers will help? I think I fear it actually will. And I fear that now he has a running chance to really get his weight up and do all this stuff. Okay. Agnifilo. It's Agnophilia. What y'all talking about? Really quick, let me read this chat. Tisha, let's go. Hit the like button on your way in the meeting room. Seating is limited, so y'all better get in here and shut the door. Mwah. Thank you, Belle.
You better
Louise,
get in here and shut the door.
Belle Louise said, yeah, that Timo lawyer ain't working out. Yo, the funny thing is, it seems like a Timo lawyer, but Diddy was paying that man top dollar to run amok and get Costco to drop a diss record. How did Costco's? I didn't even know Costco's even commented on criminal cases, saying we do not sell baby oil in bulk. Millis Millis 3 said, Southern District of New York's conviction rate is over 95%. Actually, well, it's true. It is. But it gets even deeper that 99% of the cases that go in front of the Southern District of New York get pled out. Out of the 1% that say, I'm not taking a plea, I'm going to fight till the end, right? 98.7% of that 1% actually get guilty convictions. That's why it was so interesting when Kevin Hart's best friend, the feds dropped all charges, because that never, ever, it hardly ever happens. But yeah, you are correct. Blessed Child said it's on Hulu too. Is it on Hulu? TMZ said it was released on Tubi. They didn't say nothing about Hulu. So I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm going by what TMZ says. Laylux Infinity said, nobody tells the true tale like Tisha tells it. Love it here. Beauty and brains. Oh, thank you, LA Lux Infinity. I appreciate that so much. Raphael Clater, thank you so much for the super sticker. We have Victoria Auto Harpenting. Thank you so much for becoming the newest Title member. Mel, what's up, girl? Mel Bethel said, happy Monday, TT. Diddy is bringing strippers and spiked rock to the cookout. Yes. He's an FB. I know that's right. New Me said, B, can you ask Tisha to look into Allie Carter and her series, Allie Albas? She was blank trafficking. You guys, listen, tomorrow I'm going to go live and we are going to actually talk about Allie Carter, because she dropped a lot of stuff. A lot of people find her super, super believable. I did a little research on it and just going to give y'all a little bit more color. But yeah, if you guys are active on TikTok, y'all need to Google Allie Carter. Catgirl226 said, you're the best, love. We love your show. And my sister, thank you for the birthday wishes. Shout out. Did you say your sister's name was Melody? Anyway, shout out to Catgirl's sister. I don't know why I think it's Melissa or Melody. Happy birthday week, I guess. She didn't even want to touch the baby oil I got her. Yo, I have a question before we get back into this. Who's dressing up as baby oil for Halloween?
Oh, literally, my God.
Who is dressing up as baby oil for the money while you guys are Harlem Shake for Halloween? While you guys are Harlem Shake in the background, right? Listen, somebody said, here we go. Diddy's not OJ and his attorney ain't Johnny Cochran. Sit in jail and Shalate. And to Shalate, relax your mind, let your conscience flow. What's up, YM Joy? YM Joy said, if the baby oil don't slip, you must acquit. That's going to be Agnifilio's next argument. And Diddy snapped out of withdrawal to say, nope, exactly. If the baby oil don't slip, you must acquit. And Diddy, you know what though, y'all? This might be the first real proof that we have that Diddy is actually drying out. You know how like Diddy's lawyer was like, Your Honor, please, he's on Tucci. He gonna have the shakes. He don't want to eat the food. Please, the kids miss him. And we were all like, you going to jail with 6 L's behind it. Well, apparently,
6 L's.
This is a good point. YM Joy, that you made. Thank you so much, Mel. This is a good point. Do you all think that Diddy actually got a little clean? Do y'all think that Diddy got off that Tucci? Do y'all think that for the first time in probably like, I don't know, a few weeks, Diddy is thinking completely sober and he's sitting up there, I would say looking at the coverage that's going on about his case, but they don't got internet. They don't have access to internet, email, Wi-Fi, anything in that jail, right? So he probably just sitting there, just reading like the letters carried from carrier pigeon about Mark Agnifilia doing Tubi stuff, doing this, doing that. And he was like, no, you out of here. You guys, we might actually, this is breaking news. We might actually have the first proof that Diddy is actually getting clean. Shout out to Diddy getting clean. Okay. Let's get back in to this. Okay, so anyway, we see that there is a new lawyer of record. Prior to that, Mark Agnifilia, another lawyer handling everything. I actually found this really, really. So again, Diddy has fired Mark Agnifilia. All right. He has apparently maybe woken up out of his drug haze and saw that things ain't going so good for him. And now there is a new lawyer representing him in the bail hearing. And also when it comes to trial, he has a new lawyer representing him in trial. Okay. It is a new lawyer. And oddly enough, his new lawyer that is going to be representing him in trial is a Black man. Again, I guess Diddy got the memo. It's just like, you cannot, first of all, I don't even believe in that race card nonsense. If you talk about racism, it's not pulling the race card. However, what Diddy was doing, you cannot have your white lawyer screaming about how the system trying to hold the black man down. At one point, I thought Mark Agafili was going to be like, 2 snaps, girlfriend, right? Ain't that right? I literally thought he was literally going to start, literally go in front of the jail, Mark Agafili, and been like, that's right, Your Honor. Anything else, Mr. Agafili? No, period, boo. I really thought literally when he was like, you can't hold a black man down, 2 snaps, like, please sit down. This is embarrassing. This is cringe. You are literally trying to co-opt black culture, black thing. And you're also trying to exploit a very real phenomena of racism in the courtroom because we want to hold a monster accountable. Diddy, this is not a black problem. This is a you problem, my brother. And I would suggest you sort it out. But yeah, that's all I was trying to get to. Oh, also, Randy C said, Tisha, you need a show on TV. Don't give me a TV show. Y'all gonna see me cooking, burning down the kitchen, screaming, pranking people, and y'all gonna be sitting there and be like, at any point is Tisha planning to talk about gossip? Because we've literally, y'all would literally be watching the mangoes on my tree grow. Y'all would see me try on a mission to kidnap the neighbor's cat. Okay, not kidnap, but make the neighbor's cat. Because you know cats, if you treat them better than their owners, they will come and be chilling with you, right? You will see me trying to adopt kittens in the neighborhood. Again, I would love a TV show, but I don't know if y'all can take that chaos because sometimes I just be talking, rambling, and people be freaking out about that. But I would enjoy that. I think that would be good chaos we want to see on TV. Lisa Rodriguez said, hey, Tisha, new representation doesn't change the fact that Diddy was out there in the streets intimidating witnesses. Ridiculous. He gets to go for bail anytime he wants. Well, here's the thing. When you say ridiculous, he gets to go to bail. That's not entirely true. That's not actually accurate. Diddy you're at the bail hearing, and then you can appeal that in front of the judge. Same judge. If the judge is like, yeah, still no, then you can appeal to the appellate court. And if the appellate court doesn't go, you can take it all the way up to the Supreme Court, even though when it comes to getting in front of the Supreme Court, you must have standing, and things take years to get in front of the Supreme Court. And with standing, it means that the incident or the hurt you are suing over is still active and current. So if I wanted to go in front of standing for, I don't know, pregnant women, right? I'm not pregnant, right? But if I want to go in front of the court for pregnant women rights because I'm pregnant, and then by the time it gets in front of the court, I've had my baby, I no longer have standing because I'm no longer a pregnant woman. And you can't argue cases on behalf of oppressed people. You see what I'm saying? So I can't be like, no, I'm speaking for all pregnant women. Okay, you can do that, but you yourself must be pregnant in order, if the case is about pregnancy, in order to have standing in front of the Supreme Court. So after this appellate thing is that he can appeal it all the way up to the highest court. The only thing is by that time, they'll probably be in trial and he'll have no more standing because will you be in bail or will you be convicted? Do you know what I'm saying? Anyway, let's keep going. Again, he gets to go to for bail anytime he wants, but there is a limit to this. There's a limit to how many times he can appeal, and there's a limit to who he can appeal to. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all feel me? Blessed Child said, LOL, I just got done watching it. How was it, Blessed Child? Listen, has anybody watched the Diddy Tubi special with TMZ, the documentary? Put a 1 in the comments if you watched it, because I actually want to hear what y'all got to say about it. Should I watch it and do a recap? I'm actually interested in that. I feel like they probably just watched YouTube and TikTok and did a greatest hits. That was sympathy to Diddy. Arena said day by day things just kept getting wilder. It's getting wilder and it's getting sillier. Also, Mel Bethel said that blonde lady looks like one of the white chicks. I thought
Merle, yeah.
I thought when Tamar Braxton gets dressed, this is what she thinks she looks like.
That's the first thing I was thinking about. But
I'm not gonna hold y'all. But I thought when Tamar Braxton gets dressed, this is what she sees in the mirror. I thought this was Tamar Braxton's mood board.
God dang.
I'm just saying.
Man.
Remember when Tamar Braxton, let me just say this and then we get back to this. Remember when Tamar Braxton, when she was marrying that one guy, Nigerian guy, David, who was a scammer. And no, I'm not saying that because he's Nigerian. I'm saying that because he appeared to be a little bit of a scammer, at least my opinion, right? It seemed like he ran a fast one over on Tamar. What does it say? He was just like every other man Tamar dated except for Vince. Vince didn't run well, he kind of did, but not like the other boy did, Chicken Little, Colonel Sanders. Anyway, Tamar was telling the story about how her and David met. And I remember I was sitting there drinking my coconut water, as I tend to do. I'm trying to practice hydration. I was sitting there drinking my coconut water, being like, what this fool gonna say? And they were sitting there laughing like it was the cutest thing. And he walked up to her in a party in Nigeria and looked at Tamar Braxton and said, hey, who is this beautiful white woman? And what is she doing here?
Part 7.
This man
the
walked
file
up to her
that
and
wasn't
said,
supposed to exist.
who is this beautiful white woman and what is she doing here? I said to myself, what is this white woman doing in Nigeria? Shut up. That is my Princess Amanda accent. Just let me cook. And I said,
let me cook.
First of all,
you got to be cooking.
How's that a compliment? Like, again, all women are beautiful. This ain't the turn in a race, but how's that a compliment? Like, and Tamar said, she was like blushing, like, what? You think I'm white? That's a bit suspicious. That's weird. That's the way he complimented her. And Tamar literally was sitting there saying, no, David actually thought I was white. I had to be like, no, I'm black. I'm black like you. I'm a black woman. And that's when I said, Tamar got to be the dodo bird of the century. On top of that, David is a little con artist. What you mean? No, I am white. No, I'm black. No, I'm not white. Tamar, anybody with two eyes can see that you are a Black American woman. Anybody with two eyes can see that you are black. It's weird that he clocked you and read you so well that he clocked that you would take it as a compliment to be received, to be mistaken for a white woman. But then it also showed Tamar and where her brain was at, that you considered that a compliment. And you were like, gosh, you're like, oh my God, no, I'm black. I swear I am. Again, it's given odd. So yes, I think it looks like this is Tamar Braxton's mood board. I'm dead serious. The curls, the lipstick, everything. Tamar's a beautiful woman, but the style, even the sunglasses, it just reminds me of Tamar's mood board. Anyway, right?
Oh my God.
As we said, whoever Brittany Murphy is, her fans are saying Diddy was responsible for her death, and the name Twitch and the guy named Twitch from the Ellen Show. I'm looking into that. You know what? I am going to look into Brittany Murphy because she actually did die under very suspicious circumstances. I wonder if she hung out with Diddy a lot.
It's funny they talking about white chicks with this thing. Because I just saw, like, my next video I was going to do was Wayne's brother was, white chicks came up and what he thought about the verdict and everything. So, so when I looked over there, I thought she was talking about Marlon Wayne. I thought that was her, one of them dressed up in the movie White Chick. Then people in the comments is saying she looked like Marlon Wayans from the White Chick. The movie White Chicks. And damn, if that's not a person, man, I don't know. If that's a real person, man, I apologize because I thought the same thing. I thought it was, I thought it was the same thing, man.
Roz.
That's crazy.
That looks like Shapiro also represents his roomie, Sam. I know that's right.
Oh,
I know.
my gracious.
And here's the thing. He got this girl, Shapiro, representing him for the bail thing. Is Sam out on bail? See, here's the thing. You can hire a lawyer based off of legacy.
But at the
end of the day, I want to see who's winning cases. And a case like mine, right? If you got somebody off for like political corruption and I'm hiring you for speeding tickets, yeah, I know, Ninja. That's cool. You got them off for political corruption. But I need someone that can get me off a traffic ticket. So even though you are a great lawyer, when it comes to what I need you for, it's kind of pointless, right? Diddy just hired, and this is like when he hired Bobby Sternum, when he hired Garagos and his daughter, when he hired all these people, I said, yeah, that's cute. But if any of them, like, what are they doing? So anyway, listen, Shapiro also represents the woman, also represents the guy, Sam, from the little crypto or whatever. He is also in the MDC. Tell me how you're going in front of a judge for appellate to get me bail, and your client, who you represented from the beginning, is sitting in jail. Now, the only question is, was he ever given bail? I don't think so. I think he was sitting in jail like the whole time, but he might have gotten bail. So she won the bail. Maybe that's why it's going on, but it's a little odd to me. But what do I know, right? I need to look into actually see whether he was out on bail, why it was happening. Also, Mel Bathurst said, Tamar, true, poor Tamar. Anyway, let's hear what Tamar, let's hear what the white Tamar has to say.
Oh my God, that's supposed to be a.
Let's hear what she has to say, and then we're going to get into how this pertains to the lawyer.
So they saying that this is a black woman. She just got on too much foundation makeup. You know, she trying to pass as a white person. I don't know. Here we go.
Never thought I'd say this, but it looks like my ex-husband and P. Diddy have something in common, and that's RICO. So I might understand this more than most people that aren't an attorney, because I had to understand it, and I ended up marrying him during this case. So here's what you need to understand about that. RICO is racketeering. My ex-husband was represented by the son of the attorney that represented Jimmy Hoffa. The son also represented a lot of the local Detroit Teamsters.
So far, you haven't told us what RICO is. You said RICO is racketeering. What the hell is racketeering? What is that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, for the people who don't know. Okay, now, I'm glad you cleared that up. Now we know.
And Hoffa's associates. So this is some gangster mafia stuff that they're talking about here.
Still haven't told us.
This is why I don't think P. Diddy's going to get away with this, and why he might not even make it through his prison or jail stay. Because what happens is, when my ex-husband was arrested, it was a state charge. And the state comes for you. They have an informant, they suspect you of a crime, and then after they arrest you, they build a case. When the feds come for you, that means they have already built a case. You are in big trouble. You're probably not going to get away with it. Here's why. When they take you up on RICO charges, they already know who your associates are, and everybody's going to have the choice to fold, and this is too big. It's going to unravel everything. They are not going to want P. Diddy to make it to trial. I should know, because when all of this was going on with my ex-husband, he was very much in a hurry right when he got bonded out for us to get married. I understand now that it probably wasn't about love. It was to get it so that I couldn't testify. There was an informant that ratted him out that had their own problems. I think they gave him up for whatever they were trying to get out of, and they didn't realize how big the operation was, because they only watched my ex-husband for probably a month or so, I believe, and they didn't get the feds involved.
You shut up. You sound so stupid. You try to sound smart. You didn't explain what RICO is. It's racketeering. Oh, I'm glad you cleared that up. I still don't know what it means. Then you saying that you the dummy that married the guy. You know, you just, the more you talk, the more stupid you letting us know you are.
To get out of. And they didn't realize how big the operation was, because they only watched my ex-husband for probably a month or so, I believe, and they didn't get...
They watched my husband for probably a month or so, I believe. You're not telling us nothing.
The feds involved. Now, sometimes the feds don't get involved and build a case on you because of who you know and what you got. Diddy's already on you-know-what watch as of, I think, today. I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right on this one.
Just for fun, I have been...
Okay. So that was something interesting that I came across on TikTok. And I'm always kind of like saying this.
Wait a minute. Is that her again? No, that ain't her. That's somebody different.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to be right on this one.
Just for fun, I have been...
Okay. So that was something interesting that I came across on TikTok.
Hold up. Tisha, wait a minute. I got to do this.
A bullshit?
Uh-huh.
A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
When that White Chicks, the movie I'm talking about, when she started talking, and from the from the beginning to end of her talking, did you learn anything? Or are you confused? Let me know in the comments. I just want to know.
A bullshit.
Uh-huh.
A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Talking, I'm always kind of like saying this, but I thought she did a really good job of actually giving like real insider information on what happened. See, the problem is, and this is just what I'm saying, Diddy actually took this whole case as a joke, and his lawyers took it as a joke too. Mark Agnophilia is used to New York criminal court. He's used to state. He's used to local. I don't think he's used to federal when these tricks don't work. I don't think he looks at federal when it's just like, no, you can't witness tamper. We have big egos and we're not going to do this. However, some people are saying that these new lawyers were brought in not just for a criminal trial lawyer, but also to talk to the feds about getting Diddy a plea deal. So let's not forget that Mark Agnophilia was actually proudly boasting the other day, he ain't taking a plea deal. He ain't doing nothing. And we all said, are you the ops to have the powers that be hired you? Because this doesn't make any sense. Here's the thing. A plea deal, I've said it time and time again, is a gift. A plea deal is something that is given. But you have to show that you work for it. Mark Agnophilia was saying that Diddy is not going to take a plea deal because he hasn't been offered one. However, these new lawyers are actually very, very skilled at brokering plea deals. Now, I've said this a bunch of times, right? Diddy right now is looking at going to jail for the rest of his life. I know what some people are saying. Why would Diddy give up his people if, you're going to jail for life anyway? And even if you get a plea deal, they still go make you serve like a major chunk of time. Well, I would just say this. If you knew for a fact that you were going to have to spend your life in jail, would you start talking if that meant that at least you can see the sun at least 10 years before you pass away? There's a difference between 60, 120 years in jail and literally having to sit in jail for the next 30 years. Will Diddy be 70 trying to have like freak offs and spiking all the girlies Metamucil in the retirement home when he gets out, most likely, but he's looking forward to that. He is looking forward to that. Diddy is like, as long as he got his cane and his good leg, he gonna get it in. Again, there might be a chance that if they are able to play their cards right and give a big enough fish, Diddy might get out in 30 years. That will be like what, 30 plus 60, 90? How old is Diddy? 60, 55? Anyway, the point of the matter is he'll be out sometime between 85 or 90 years old. That is still old enough to spike somebody's Metamucil. That is still old enough to do this stuff. And here's the thing. By the time he's 85 or 90, predators actually are bigger predators, I feel, when they start looking old and feeble. Because you see somebody super old and you're like, oh, hi, Mr. Combs. Time for your medicine. And you don't know he's sitting there with his walker coming up behind you, planning to freak off, right? Asking you, can you taste this Metamucil? It tastes a little funny. Literally saying, hey, darling, how your mama doing? Listen, I just have a pain right here. Would you mind rubbing this baby oil in it? And they're like, oh, okay, Mr. Combs, you know, some Bengay. Nah, baby, I like the baby oil. Use it. Literally, we're going to hear about that. But when you are an old predator, people automatically think that you're harmless. So it's actually easier to get away with stuff because people think that, like, they can square up with grandpa and pop, pop, pop. What? And they'll be fine. But again, they haven't met a freak like Diddy. But anyway, Diddy is looking to make a plea deal. Diddy, my sources are telling me 100% plans to flip. Flip might be the wrong word, but he 100% plans to give testimony to the fullest. And he does not plan on protecting anybody at any time because he feels he has largely been abandoned. Oddly enough, you know who he doesn't feel abandoned from? I don't know if this is still current, but I do know that while all this stuff was going, even after the raids, Jennifer Lopez has been helping Diddy in some aspect. I don't know if it's helping paying for the kids, helping paying for PR, helping paying for legal, but I find it odd that they've had a friendship that is so enduring that she is looking out for him, even as all this is going on, especially when you hear about the horrible way that he treated her. But all jokes aside, right? Diddy's new team is going to put in that work. Let's see if they do anything. They can't be worse than Mark Agnophilia, whatever. They can't be any worse than Mark A, because he truly was one of the worst lawyers out there, right? Again, one of his lawyers is representing Sam in his appeal. Sam is still sitting there. But that said, you have to wait for the case to come up. But survey says, oh, not going to work. Anyway, right? Cat Girl, thank you so much, Roz. Also, Trent and Trinia, thank you so much for the super chat. Also, we have a few other videos I want to show you guys. Also, Cat Girl 226 said, my sister is Melissa. Good memory, mama. Oh, okay. I'm glad. I'm like, it's like Melissa or Melody. Melissa, if I get in trouble, I want you as my lawyer. Please, you're going to see me as Drewski Part 2. I'm going to be doing an interpretive dance. Your Honor, if my client is innocent, y'all going to see me take them back to cheerleading days. Be acquitted. Be acquitted.
Hey.
Be acquitted. Be acquitted.
Say what? Acquitted. Be acquitted.
Y'all gonna see me in there doing interpretive dance. I'm gonna be the first person doing a closing argument, dancing to it. Your Honor, my client is innocent. What you need to see. Cassie didn't know. I'm gonna be just doing whatever, dancing to my closing argument. But all jokes aside, I think that he really could have gotten Drewski the lawyer, and it would have been better. Again,
right?
You guys, breaking news: Diddy has fired Mark Agnophilia. He has new lawyers on the scene. One lawyer is one of the best criminal trial attorneys in the United States. He is also a brother. I guess he figured it was a wrong move to have Mark Agnophilia on TMZ talking about they trying to take a brother down. They don't want to see a black man thrive. Mark, please stop.
God damn. Please, they trying to take a black. Yeah, it didn't sound good coming out of his mouth. It didn't sound good coming out of his mouth. They trying to, this black man. What is you talking about? Black or white, he still did it. He was found guilty of it. He was found guilty of those two. Hey, man, I'm going to stop it right here, man. That's funny. So, Tisha, we're going to continue it. I'm going to pick it right back up, baby. Check it. Tisha is saying that Diddy done fired Mark. Now, what you call him? They call him the rat man. I don't know what to call. I ain't gonna talk too bad about the dude, but what you did was wrong when you was out there yelling at Tisha. That was wrong. I don't care if Tisha lying or not. As a man, not a black man, as a man, and that is a woman, not a black woman, a woman. A man should not disrespect a woman like that. Period. Trimmed all the fat off for you. We got straight to the meat and potatoes. Whatever she did or whatever she's saying to her people has nothing to do with you. Mind your business. Now she's saying that Mark, she's one of the first people. I didn't looked it up. And nobody else is saying that Diddy fired Mark. And we're going to put these videos up there and see. If she wrong, oops, we was wrong. But guess what? At least she ain't in jail. Oh, my bad. You got to deal with the court systems. You got to deal with the court system. Not y'all, not my fans. You got locked up before. It sure is funny how all these smart asses, right? Excuse me, y'all, while I speak freely. All the smart asses has done time before. See, us normal people, we don't jump out there. We keep our mouth shut. It's just that Uncle Mike crazy. Yeah, I'm crazy. I got a screw loose and don't give a sugar. I don't care. And first of all, if somebody care about what Uncle Mike's saying or don't like Uncle Mike and got to sit there and say Uncle Mike's name out your mouth to get more views, say my name and talk bad about me, and that's the most viewed video on your channel. Is that all you got? Shout out to my fans. Shout out to all the enders. Look here, I'm going to get on up out of here. What tripped me out is this. Where's your talent? That's all I want to say. Other than this, do you have any talent? You don't have no talent. You can't even do anything. and you're afraid to ask for help. That's what your problem is. Everybody that asks me for help, I break my neck and be more than happy to help them. With that being said, oh, you know what I was going to do while I was talking? I was going to play a little bit of God, come on, Mike. A little bit of the album, a little bit. But that's crazy, man, how people can jump out there and say things about other people. People can jump out there and say so many negative things. And I shout out to the comment section, man. I'm trying my best. You know, so I got to say something. Why are you eating? Because I'm hungry. That's rude. Well, take your tail somewhere else. Shout out to Big Ticket and Tisha, because I know one thing. They taught me something, taught me a real good lesson, and the comment section taught me something. You know, you jump and if you try to do everything everybody else's way, you lose yourself. I'm like, God damn, well, don't eat, but I'm hungry. I can't concentrate. Don't do this. You keep stopping it. You talk too much. You do this too much. You do all this. Yeah. I'm like, God dang. Now I can't, here we go. This is my joint right here. We're going to play the whole thing. I just want to, I can't believe this, yeah. I can't believe that. He done fired another lawyer? Damn. And he can't, check it.
I can't believe Diddy locked in a cell, tunnels under his house, and he can't make bail. Neighbors scared stiff, won't retrieve they ball. If it bounce over Diddy gate, they don't call. Ain't no doorbell ringing, ain't no fence climbing. They say the double dance quiet when the stars are lining. Talk in the street about basements with screams, where the silence too loud and the truth still bleed. Lawyer walks off, said the case too thick. Even his mama on IV drip. Sick trying to detox demon while praying on lies. But you can't cleanse blood when it drips from the sky.
Lawyers will argue today that Sean Combs deserves some special treatment. They're hoping to get him out from behind bars as quickly as possible. This morning, the case against Sean Combs returns to court following the split verdict.
I can't believe I saw the twins in the pews. Eyes wide shut trying to dodge daddy's snooze. Courtroom silence when they walking slow. I felt the shame hit the floor like a soul on the go. They say he comfy now. Sheets folded neat. Other inmates doing favors just to eat. He's still moving like a mobile with a plan. But God don't blink. The karma hits like a fan. Cases dropping daily. Names ain't redacted. One brave soul said, nah, I ain't asking. I'm not anonymous. I'm proud with the pen. Said you're gonna remember this truth again and again.
We are just getting started. We're gonna win, and we're not gonna stop until he walks out of prison, a free man to his family. The defense argues there are exceptional circumstances.
I can't believe Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy. Face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe Diddy was found not guilty, but the vibe in the room still felt filthy. Face to face, I ain't flinch or shake. I told him what you did to that girl was a damn disgrace. I can't believe.
Now, I wasn't going to play the song, not the whole thing, but we started talking about talent, you know, and I'm not tooting my horn. This was my job. And if you do a job, whatever your job is, and you take pride in your work and you do a great job doing that job, you got talent. That's your skill. It just so happened that I made music my job. You hear me? I made music my job. Worked at the radio station. I was on tour with bands and rock groups and stuff. I made music and setting up the equipment for churches and different things. I made music my job, and I was good at my job. So do I have talent? Yeah, I have talent from doing my job. Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I'm not, I could have been came on here and started bragging on all the stuff I can do with music. No, that's not, it's just a job to me. I don't even want to do music no more. It's just, that was easy for me to do. So now we're going to put out an album and stuff, and we're going to take this talent that the God gave me, and we're going to turn it into money. We're going to turn it into money, and we're going to turn around and help people. We ain't gonna do no stupid stuff like no Puffy did. Oh my God, man. Do y'all get this? So the album is coming out August the 1st, man. I think it's full real good songs on the album, man. And I'm new at all this. I don't know how to market and promote. I don't know how to sell music. I don't know how to make sales. I'm just asking people to ride with me, man. While we ride this, we're going to either you rolling with me or we rolling over top of you. Period. You either on our side or you on their side. And we on God's side. We on God's side, man. It's either yes or no, negative or positive. Ain't no gray area with Uncle Mike, baby. Ain't no gray area. So I'm going to get on up out of here, man. Look here, I done talked so much. Love y'all so much, man. Hey, y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out. New peace sign, y'all. Peace on both sides. If we have peace on both sides, that Earl will go up. Peace out.